what it is, what it do. Wagwan to you. Welcome back to MMA Prophecy. I'm your boy RJ. This week we got UFC Fight Night. We got Emmett versus Murphy. It's a big one. It's an interesting card. Some good fights. Let's get into it. The first fight of the night. Kicking off the prelims. They've mixed these around a little bit. They keep on changing them and it's doing my head in. But we move. So, first fight of the night. We've got, I can't remember what division it's in. Is it women's strawweight, I think. We've got Loma Lookboonmee versus Estela Nunes. No. I'm not really that hyped on this fight, I'm gonna be real. Let's take a look at Lookboonmee. So Lookboonmee in this fight, I think she's gonna have some good kicks. She's got a Muay Thai style. She's pretty patient with her striking. She don't really rush anything. She's quite smart with it. She's got really strong hips. She's got strong hips with the clinch. And when she kicks, they got some power behind them. She don't really throw many combos, man. I feel like she needs to put some strikes together a bit more. Pardon me. She'll either just throw the 1, the 1-2. And every now and then she'll throw a 1-2 with a kick behind it. But, yeah, output's not the best. With Estela Nunes, her record, I just want to say, she lost her last 4 fights and then won 1. Her record 6-5 ain't looking good. Whereas Lookboonmee's won her last 4 out of 5. So just bear that in mind. Anyway, 3-inch height advantage for Nunes. She's got a good straight right. She has something Muay Thai experience, so Lookboonmee's style won't be something new to her. Nunes has got some BJJ. She's got solid kicks. I'll give her that. She's got some good footwork. She's got alright outside striking. And her takedown defense is questionable. I don't know. Like, she's alright in the clinch. But I'm wondering if she's going to be able to fight off the takedowns from Lookboonmee. If Lookboonmee wants to spam takedowns. I don't know if Nunes is up for the challenge for that, so it makes me a bit nervous, to be honest. But apart from that, all round, she's the better striker. She's the better kicker. She's got the better footwork. And she can stay on the outside. Like, she's the better outside striker. And with Lookboonmee being so short at 5'1", it works in Nunes' favour. So, with all that being said, my pick is going to be Estela Nunes to get the job done. Next fight on the card. Staying with our women. I think this is also in the women's strawweight division, if I remember right. We've got Vanessa Demopoulos, Little Monster versus Talita Alencar, the problem child. Rightio. I am not looking forward to this fight. I'm going to just start it right there and say that. Demopoulos. Demopoulos only really throws a 1-2 with her striking. Like, consistently. She loves a 1-2 and the front kick to just push them back to get some separation. The 1-2 and a front kick, that's what you can expect from Demopoulos in the stand-up. She wants to grapple, she prefers to grapple. However, I don't even think she's that good on the ground either. She's not a BJJ specialist. She's not a judo specialist. She ain't a wrestling specialist. She's a sambo specialist. Like, I don't really rate her anywhere. So, saying that, you'd think I'm going to pick against her. However, with her opponent, Talita Alencar, I don't rate her as a fighter. She's got okay striking, very mid-okay. I'm being very generous by saying okay striking. She has some wrestling and she has some BJJ. But, yeah. I feel like the only reason... Oh, wow, their height's not even that different, that mad. Oh my god, there's only a 1-inch height advantage, difference. Demopoulos is taller. I'm going to pick Demopoulos. But I don't want to. I really don't want to. I just feel... I just don't know, like, they're both crap. It's going to be a boring fight. It's going to be very similar. I just feel like she's going to sway the judges as she does. She's just a bit more, has more personality when she's fighting, I guess. So it's going to look like she's doing more, maybe. Yeah, I'm not too keen on it. It's going to be I can just see him wrestling quite a lot. So it might be a submission finish, but yeah, I'm staying away from this one. I do not advise anyone to bet on it. I wish I didn't have to pick it, but I do. So I'm going to go Vanessa Demopoulos to get the win. But Jesus Christ, please don't bet on that fight, people. Save your money and sanity. Okay. Next fight, we got Victor Henry versus Pedro Falcao Lagamosta. No, Lamangosta versus Pedrino. I am probably not with everyone else on this fight. I'm gonna be real. I'm seeing a lot of people pick Falcao, and I understand it. I get it. He's pretty good, to be fair. With Falcao, like, he's got the jiu-jitsu threat in this fight. He will grapple. It's what he wants to do. He's pretty strong in the clinch, and he holds his hands low while he's striking. I don't like that. If you watch this channel, you know things that bug me. But his forward pressure is pretty good. I just think he needs more striking options. He hasn't really got that many weapons. You won't see him throwing, like, jumping knees or spinning back fists or elbows or anything like that, or even, like, spinning back kicks. Roundhouse kicks. He's just not that type of guy. Pretty basic on the feet, I feel. Like I said, he's games the jiu-jitsu. He wants to get on the ground. Now with Henry's got some decent Muay Thai striking. Not great. It's decent. He's got strong takedown defense, to be honest. It's not too bad. He does lack some striking power. He just lacks power all round, I feel. He's got a decent jab and a straight, though. I like his 1-2. He does put good pressure himself, but he is 37. However, he ain't looking like a 37-year-old. Like, his cardio don't look bad. He looks like he's in his prime right now. He needs to improve his all-round jiu-jitsu game, though. Attacking and defensively. Offensively and defensively, he lacks jiu-jitsu, I feel. And that's where I worry in this fight. Like, he's got a bit of cardio, I reckon, over Falcao. I just think, all-round, Falcao's got the jiu-jitsu threat. But as an all-round fighter, Henry's going to be more comfortable, I feel, when it comes to striking, clinching, grappling. It's just that submission that fucking gets me. Got me worried a little bit. But I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to go with what I see on the tape and what I like. And I like Victor Henry to beat Pedro Falcao. I think he's just got a bit more of a skill set, like I said. He just lacks quite big in one department where his opponent is strong, unfortunately. But I'm going to go with it, Victor Henry to get a win. But I'm not mad confident with it, I'll be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if Falcao pulls it off. We'll see this. Next up, we got Reese McKee, aka Skeletor, versus Daniel Franza. Tegano. Reese McKee's got a 5-inch reach advantage in this fight. That is crazy. Because height-wise, he's only 1 inch taller. But the reach is insane on this guy. He's really long. He's got decent kickboxing. It's alright. But he lacks wrestling defense big time. Like, his takedown defense is just practically non-existent. I think he's pretty average. I don't see the hype around Reese McKee like a lot of people. The issue in this fight, I think Reese McKee's the better all-round fighter. Even though he can't defend takedowns. So with Franza's got more power. We'll say that. He's coming from the Dana White Contender Series. He's got okay boxing. It's alright. But he needs better wrestling. And because he lacks the wrestling threat, Reese McKee shouldn't really have anything to worry about. Because the only thing where I think he struggles the most is in his takedown defense. So, with the striking, clinch striking, point striking, I think Reese McKee should get the job done. But my confidence is hella low. I don't rate this guy, man. Look at his finish percentage. God damn. Oh no, it's predictions. 84% of the people in Tapology think Franz is gonna knock him out. Mental. I might have to look at this one again, to be honest. But yeah, for now, the pick, I'm going to go with Reese McKee. But it is a risky one. It's one that I don't like, man. I'm staying away from this fight. And I think you lot should too. Moving on. It's not getting any better. Jesus Christ. Right. Dion Barboza, the witch, versus Diana, the warrior princess Belbeator. She's got some cheek having that as her nickname, innit? The warrior princess. You know that's a fight, man. Before we get on to that. So Barboza, she's got the better jiu-jitsu. Way better jiu-jitsu. So I think she's got the threat of an armbar in this fight. Because, as we all know, the armbar is the most finished used submission in the women's division. The most finishes with the armbar. They just seem to like to leave their arms out there for some reason. Barboza mixes up her strikes. Okay, but she wants to use her BJJ. That is fucking blatantly obvious. She shouldn't even try and hide it. She wants to take you down and she wants to use her jiu-jitsu. Not only that would worry me being such a one-sided fight or lacking the striking confidence like that, but with Belbeator, bruh. Why is she even in the UFC, man? I don't rate this girl at all. She's terrible. Absolutely terrible. She got submitted by Meatball Molly McCann. Shout out on her retirement. Big her up. But that's saying something. She's a boxer. She don't know no jiu-jitsu like that. And you let her submit you. So, nah. Never, ever, ever going to pick Diana Belbeator. And I wouldn't be surprised if she gets cut after this. 4 losses, 2 wins in her last 6. So, get rid, man. Dion Barboza to get the win with hella confidence. If she loses, she deserves to get cut herself. But yeah, hella confident in that one. Barboza should get the job done. God damn, what is this? Alright, this is a good fight. We had 2 crap fights there, I can't lie. I'm not looking forward to them one. But this one, oof, this brings it back. We've got Davy Grant, dangerous Davy Grant, versus Daniel Willie Cat Santos. The 2 fucking UK fighters we got on this card are like proper UK fighters. I'd rather have these 2 been on the London card than the ones that were. Anyway, we keep it moving. Davy Grant, really good kickboxing. Decent on the ground. He is 39, but he doesn't really fight like a 39-year-old, which is mad, let's be real. Like, he looks alright. He's really good all round. He's gritty when he needs to be as well. He knows how to dig in, and he can take a fucking hit, which is what I like. I think he's better all round, and he's the tougher fighter. Saying that though, like Santos, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. As of late, I think he recently got that. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's also got good kicking. His kicks ain't too bad. I think he's going to use them well in this. Like, he's an okay striker. He's just more of a grappler. Whereas Davy Grant is literally a mixed martial artist. He's pretty good all round. And he can be scrappy and gritty, like I said. He can make it dirty in a professional way. I'm really interested in this fight, man. The 9 years age difference is crazy. Does worry me a bit, but like I said, Grant's not showing any signs that he's falling off because of his age when it comes to cardio, his chin's durability or anything like that. Speed ain't going. Power ain't dropping, even though he ain't got any anyway. So yeah, man. Give me Davy Grant to get the win, and I'm pretty confident, man. I like him in that fight. He's definitely not getting finished. If he loses, it's probably a split decision loss. But he ain't gonna lose. We're gonna get that dub. Next one. What? Oh yeah, my bad. The feature prelim bout. I got so confused then. We got Lewis Grim versus O'Day, the Jamaican sensation Osborne. Brisky. What's going on? Fam, I used to be such a big fan of O'Day Osborne, but his record says it all, man. Jesus, that's bad. Alright, let me start with Gurul. Gurul's undefeated, as you can see. 10-0 undefeated. He's small and stocky. My man is thick. He's chunky. He's got some solid boxing, man. He adds in the kicks too. Not often, though. He's more of a boxer, to be honest. I think he needs to use more feints. He does use feints, Don't get me wrong, but he needs to use them more. If he added like a lot more, a few more feints in there, of like wrestling feints as well. Oh my god, this guy. He'd probably be more successful than what he is on the feet. Being 10-0 at 31's mad. Like, where you been, bro? What you been doing? Right, what I don't like. He got taken down easily and a fair bit in his Dana White Contender Series fight. I did not like the way he was getting taken down, man. But he can grapple. He wasn't getting bullied in there. He was just getting taken down too easy for my liking. And I like his stalking pressure. He doesn't rush with it. He slowly walks forward, stalking his opponent, getting him to where he wants him before, starting to let loose on his game plan. So he looks alright. With Osborne, O'Day, man, he's on a fucking 3-fight losing streak, is it? Yeah. O'Day's on a 3-fight losing streak. He lacks wrestling. He can't wrestle, but I think he lacks it. He's not a strong wrestler. He has the reach advantage in this fight, which favours him quite a lot because he'll like to fight on the outside and try and counter punch. He's the faster striker. He holds his hands low. I hate it. He's one of those fighters that kind of gets away with it, but I fucking hate it, man. Just get your guard up. But he's a good counter puncher. That's why he likes to do it. He kind of draws his opponents in by having his hands down, giving them some false security. He's not really a grappler, like I said, but he can wrestle. I worry about his cardio a bit. I feel like O'Day's cardio is not the best. He's shredded, man. He ain't got an ounce of fat on him. Where I think... Alright, listen to this, yeah? I'm going to pick O'Day Osborne to get the dub in this fight. And my reason is, I was watching Gurul versus Jacob Silva. And it was a one-man fight. Gurul didn't dominate him. He was, I'm going to say he was struggling, but he had to work for that win. O'Day Osborne reminds me a bit of Jacob Silva. I just think he's better. He's a better version of Jacob Silva with like better skills. So yeah, man. With O'Day losing these last 3 fights, he knows he's gonna get cut if he loses this one. His record's mad at 12-8 right now. Fam, I'm doing the crazy thing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pick O'Day Osborne to get the win, man. There is a chance he's gonna get knocked out. I can see Gurul catching him with his boxing. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like O'Day's a bit more better all round. Like I said, with the all round skill set, he can mix it up a bit more, even though he's not the best wrestler. So yeah, man, fuck it. Probably gonna regret it, but I'm digging it. I'm gonna pick O'Day Osborne to get a surprise upset, man, and hand Gurul his first ever loss in his MMA career. Now, moving on from that madness. Why have they moved these around? They need to stop moving this card around, man. Right, so this is now the first fight kicking off the main card. Kicking off the main card, we've got Kennedy and Nzechukwu, the African Savage versus Martin Buday. You don't deserve a nickname, mate. Fam, why is Buday in the UFC? It's actually insane. I'm going to keep this one pretty short and sweet. Buday, I don't rate him at all. At all. He's an unathletic heavyweight. He's out of shape. He lacks power. He's got no real threat. He's just a big dude. He's just really big. That is it. So he'll lay on you on the cage. He'll try and lay on you if he gets you to the ground, which he won't because he's not a fucking wrestler. He's not fast. And like I said, he ain't powerful for heavyweight standards. I don't rate him, man. I don't rate the guy. With Nzechukwu, he's a big, powerful dude, to be fair. He's a patient striker. For his size and whatnot, he doesn't maul his opponents and rush them down. He's pretty patient. He's a bit inconsistent with his skills, though. That's what stresses me out. You never know what Nzechukwu is going to turn up. He needs to use his jab more. Or better, shall I say. Like, for his reach and size, and he's got a really good straight, his jab ain't that good, I don't think. I think it should be and could be a lot better for the fighter that he is and the size that he is. So if he works on that, man, he'd be cold on the feet. He's got a good front kick, and what I've noticed with it, he throws the front kick a lot, which is weird because he doesn't throw it with his lead leg. He throws it with his back leg, but I feel like he uses it more to judge the range more than anything with that front kick. He doesn't really use it to push him back or anything. You'll see he throws the front kick a few times, and then he'll come through with just a straight. He doesn't even set up with a jab. It's almost like his front kicks, his jab, and then a straight comes after. It's weird, but it works, man. Zetricu's got the knockout power, so he's gonna be my pick. Canadian Zetricu to get a win, and if he loses to Martin Bidet, they should both get cut together, hold hands, and walk out at the same time. That's how much I don't rate that kid. But yeah, man, Kennedy shouldn't have any issues in that fight. Not really. I just hope it ain't a boring fight where they just lay on each other against the cage and the clinch and shit. Moving on. This is a good fight. I got Cortavius Romeus. Are you not entertained? Versus Chang Ho Lee. He's got such a sick name. He couldn't have had that name on birth, surely. Cortavius Romeus. I swear my man's changed his name. I want to look into that. Or if anyone knows, jump in the comments, let me know, man. Is Cortavius Romeus his real name? If so, that's certified. But his nickname makes me think he might have changed it. Alright. Well, let's start with Romeus. I think he's alright defensively, in a weird way. When, it's strange. I like his guard. It's a pretty sound boxing guard. But he's stupid where he gets himself hit because he doesn't time things that well. His timing overall is okay. But every now and then he lacks all the time and then he gets clipped or dropped. But it doesn't really, it's not a bad hit. So that's weird, but yeah, his boxing stance is pretty good. And his takedown defense ain't bad. So, defensively, he's an alright guy. His striking's decent, but he's better when he's countering fighters. He likes it when they're trying to come towards him and he can counter them. I think he's better at counter punching. He's got a good ground game, and he has okay jiu-jitsu. He has jiu-jitsu he can use if he really needs to. He tries, but he lacks in the finishing ability. I don't know. It's like he doesn't have that hunger. He ain't got knockout power. He ain't got savage jiu-jitsu. He ain't got amazing ground and pound. Yeah, I think he lacks a bit of finishing all round. So he needs to work on that a bit because he's not bad. He looks like a decent fighter. With Lee's got a good stand-up game, man. He's good in the clinch. The difference in this fight, because they're quite similar, I feel, in different ways. I think Lee's a bit more wild. He takes a few more risks in the fight. He's got more grit. He's got jiu-jitsu as well, and he's all right all round, a bit like Romeus. But yeah, I feel like he's just got a bit more of that dog in him. He wants it a bit more. He don't mind just biting down on that mouthpiece and throwing. If he's got to get clipped, he will. And his chin's not too bad, so I worry about him. Even though he can grapple and wrestle, I worry about his strength. I feel like Romeus might be stronger when it comes to the grappling, but Lee should be okay. Skill wise, they shouldn't. They're pretty even. Yeah, man, interesting fight. I don't get why Romeus is the underdog. This should be pretty even in my opinion. But yeah, I'm going to go Chang Ho Lee to get the win. Just because of that bit more grit, hunger. He can be wild if he needs to, like I said. Hey yo, is the Finny... Bro, it's here. How did I skip these two fights? Oh, for God's sake. My bad. We're going back. No, we don't know what Odo's one. This is what I was looking for when I said it was kicking off the main card and they moved it around. My bad when you watch this, people. I am sorry, but at least I am still covering every fight. Because I did my research, so I want to talk about them. We got Robert Valentin versus Torres Finney. No, this is kicking off the main card. This is what I thought was. That's why I was confused when I first see it. Fucking Tapology shit, man. But it's easier for you guys to see the stats. Otherwise, I literally wouldn't show this. I'm doing fucking free promo for these guys, I swear, but it's for you guys to see the stats yourself. Anyway, let's get into these, man. Valentin. He's decent at grappling scrambles. He threatens with BJJ when he's taken down. He's not that great. And he's 6'2", he's massive. I should say more. He's striking where he's main. That's his key thing. He's striking. I am not the biggest fan of Valentin, only because he's too one-sided for me. Anytime someone with a decent ground game fights him, they're gonna take him down and get the easy dub, and I think that's a bit shit. in this day and age in MMA, you need to be a bit more well-rounded, man. Come on. Now with Finney, he's small, he's stocky, and he's strong. They were the three main things I wrote down when I fucking first seen this guy. But with that big physique, man, you know, the cardio takes its toll. It pays the price. He throws heavy because he wants to wrestle, and he's a strong grappler, so I understand why he wants to wrestle with that fucking physique. Do you know what he reminds me of? He's like the middleweight DC from Timu. No disrespect, obviously. But yeah, he's got some jiu-jitsu, so he can use it if he needs. But he's 5'8", man. Valentin's 6'2". Damn. But in this fight, in this case, if this was a striking fight, I'd go with Valentin, because that's just a bit mad. He ain't no Mike Tyson out here fighting these giants. But he's a wrestler, and he's a fucking good grappler. Oop, beating the mic, sorry, peeps. That said, reminds me of a middleweight DC from Timu. So I think he's gonna wrestle Valentin, and I think he'll have like decent success with it. So with that, my pick is gonna be Torres the Punisher Finney to get the win. But I ain't that impressed with him, to be honest. I said, with his physique and shit and being one-sided as a wrestler, I don't see him going too far in the UFC. Piss off. Alright, we'll do this one and then we're back on track. I can't believe I mixed those fights up like that. Next scrap, we've got Gerald Mishra, GM3 baby, versus Brad Tavares. Damn, these dudes are getting on. They're both 37 now, you know. Crazy. That makes me feel old. I've been watching these dudes for a minute. Alright. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because I don't really fucking like either fighters, sorry. I don't think either of them are that good, in all fairness. Tavares, decent wrestling, way better hands. Mercer, BJJ specialist, glass jaw though, but he's a round 3 killer. If you're going against Mercer on round 3, you just want to stay away from him and do not go to the ground because you're just going to sign your fucking... You're just giving him the win. He's so dangerous in the later rounds in the fights when people are getting tired, and he'll tap that jiu-jitsu. He's tough as well, man. I will say that about Mercer. He is tough, even though he's got a glass jaw. He's tough. Yeah, like I said, I don't really rate either of these fighters. Tavares lost his last 4 out of 5. Mercer's lost his last 3 out of 5. Like, I'm not interested in this whatsoever. But my pick is going to be Brad Tavares just because of Gerald Mercer's glass jaw, and he's only got the jiu-jitsu for it. He lacks too much skill-wise for me to have to pick him with that glass jaw. But that doesn't mean I've got any faith in Brad Tavares to get the job done, so do not bet on it, peeps. Brad Tavares to get the win. Next fight. This is the feature fight. This fight's sick, man. Joe Anderson Brito versus Pat Sabatini. Tara Barao. To Barao. Fam? I don't know how this could... Well, I get why it's so high up the card. Wait, ain't this the co-main event? What am I about? Yeah, it is. Shit, my bad. The co-main event of the evening. What am I about? We've got Joe Anderson Brito versus Pat Sabatini. Give me that a bit more hype, man. Right. Sabatini? He wants to grapple. Full stop. He ain't hiding it. He's just going to run at you with his fucking head to your crotch. He's a low confidence striker, man. I don't like that. Brother, to go compete in jiu-jitsu tournaments. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm not going to go into it too much, but anyway. He's got solid BJJ and a good ground game. He's really good on the ground. With Brito's powerful, man. He throws heavy. No, he's crazy. He's a powerful guy. He throws heavy. He puts pressure. He likes to walk his opponents down. He can get wild. He can get wild at times, and he don't mind getting wild. And he's a pretty sound grappler, to be honest. So I don't think he's got to worry too much about Sabatini's ground game. Because if you don't submit him, he's going to pound your face in for trying to submit him. So, yeah, man. I am hella confident with this pick. This is one of my most confident picks on the card. Joe Anderson Brito to absolutely destroy Pat Sabatini. Sorry, Pat. Kicking off. Not kicking off. The fight this card was built around Before we get into it, if you haven't already, my people, like this video. It lets me know that you've enjoyed it and you want to see more like this. Subscribe and join the gang if you haven't. And lastly, jump in the comments. Let me know who you got on this card. Let me know if you agree with my picks. Let me know if you don't agree with my picks. And tell me why you don't agree with them, man. We got MMA fans around here. Jump in the comments, let me know. Let me know if you were successful and you won anything off of last week's picks. We done pretty well last week, to be honest. I was up for myself. Managed to double my money, which is always nice. So yeah, man, let me know. But let's get into this main event. Josh Emmett versus Lerone Murphy. Leroy? Is it Lerone? Or Lerone? Anyway. Let's get into it. Rah, Murphy's a heavy favourite in it. Josh Emmett, I understand why. Let me tell you why. With Josh Emmett, my dude hasn't fought in a minute. He hasn't fought in over a year. Josh Emmett's got dangerous hands. We all know it. He's got nasty knockout power. But let's be real. He's not that skillful. Josh Emmett doesn't have like crazy threats. He's not as skillful as a striker as Murphy. That's a fact. He's not a grappler. He's not like a fucking strong wrestler. Fact. He can wrestle a little bit though, I'll give him that. With Emmett, all he's going to do is circle on the outside. Just constantly hop around, circle. And then every now and then throw that big fucking over right hand. He lacks output so bad. Like, everyone's a bit too gassed and hyped because he knocked out fucking... Why? I can see his face. Brother, what's his name? The fucking wrestling American country boy talking about flipping Hitler and shit. Oh, what's his name, man? I watched him on The Ultimate Fighter and everything. It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, when he knocked him out... Yeah, it's not coming to mind. It's... I beg everyone just spam it in the comments. Even if someone's put it, just put it again and again and again to take the piss, because it's pissing me off that I can't remember his name. For God's sake, man. I swear I see a video on him this morning. I watched his fight. I watched the Emmett fight back with him. Anyway, I'm moving on because I can't remember and I'm wasting time. Yeah, anyway, Emmett. I don't rate him, like I said. Apart from that knockout, everyone got gassed off. He's only got a right hand and he doesn't throw much. He just circles on the outside and every now and then throws something. With Murphy, he's a solid striker. He's a really good kickboxer. I think he is going to use his kicks quite a lot against Emmett. He's got a decent chin, Murphy, but that doesn't mean he's going to be able to take a big bomb from Emmett. I don't think many people can, so he needs to be careful there. But just all round, like, Murphy's more versatile. He can do more. He's got more weapons in this fight. Yeah, that's his versatility, adaptability, and ability. He should win this fight, man. It should be pretty... No fight's easy, but skill-wise, he's on a different level to Emmett. So, I'm going with Lerone Murphy to get a win. And it should be pretty easy. Before we wrap this up, I need to find out my man's name, because it's pissing me off. Who did he knock out again? Bryce Mitchell. There we go. Fucking Bryce Mitchell. I'm forgetting his name. Anyway. Yeah, man. So that's going to be my pick. Lerone Murphy, and I'm pretty confident with it. Before I wrap this up, let me give you some of the most confident picks I've got on this card. So, Barboza versus Belbito. Barboza should win, will win, and cannot lose. And I don't say that too often with women's MMA, let's be real. But yeah, Barboza's pretty much guaranteed win. In ZQQ, I also feel like he's a guaranteed win. So putting them two in a double is not a bad shout, because there's just no way they should lose their fights. Joe Anderson Brito. I think Brito, same as the other two, man. He should not be losing against Pat Sabatini. There's different levels to this game, and he's on a different level to Pat. So I like those three if you want to keep it safe. I like Barboza and ZQQ and Brito. But if you want to make it a 4, give me Murphy, man. There are four fights where I don't see how they lose their fight unless There's a 1 in a million, like where they have an off night or they just a bit of a fluke or an injury. I don't know, but they should not lose their fucking fights because all 4 of them are just way better than their opponents when it comes to skill. So there you go. Throw them together. I've been your boy RJ. This has been MMA Prophecy. I hope you enjoy the fights. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Jump in the comments. Let me know who you got.